Jose?
Yes, so that is
Okay,
me.
great.
Can I share my screen to show my three slides? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay. Now I think I can share. Perfect. Hi, everyone. So I'm a PhD candidate at Erasmus University in the Netherlands. Today I want to introduce you to this paper that I've been working on. It's a conceptual paper um, around the concept of surplus value, which is a Marxist concept that has evolved over time, and how it can be applied to our current era of digital and AI-driven production. So perhaps maybe of you have seen this recently in the media that there are gig workers getting paid for folding clothes, washing dishes, or doing just their daily chores. And that's on the left, but on the right, you can also see people in factories working in the garment industry where they have these mounted cameras. And in both versions, what workers are doing are training algorithms that eventually at some point could take over these specific roles. But the difference is that whereas in the first case, really people are getting paid only for the data they are producing without really caring about the outcome of their work. In the factory, you have a double system of value extraction, right? Where the employer is paying on the one hand for the specific textile outcome, but on the other, it's not paying for the data that the workers are being produced. So the question is, how can we create institutional instruments that enable workers to recuperate this type of value? And yes, as I mentioned, there is in the Marxist tradition this idea of the additional value that labor creates. Originally, Marx theorized around this concept in the length of the working day. So, for instance, he would say there is a necessary working time, and the additional hours that the worker is, laboring for the capitalist, it's really the result of exploitation that then turns into profit, right? As management literature has evolved, the emphasis has been less on time and it has been more on effort. You have Taylorism and Fordism trying to get the most efficient, optimal way to realize a particular task. And more recently, we have seen also a lot of theory around thinking of human capital as an asset and as a specific resource that companies integrate, knowledge getting integrated into production systems, into socio-technical systems as well. But the proposal that I'm presenting in this paper is that more and more the source of extraction is not necessarily working time, effort, or expertise, but rather data. And as a last slide, I try to map how there are different types of tasks and jobs in which workers produce data that train these algorithms. Most of the literature on machine learning precisely is from the optics on how machines learn, but in this dual relation between a learner and a teacher, in this pedagogical relation, we are missing the human aspect, right? We are missing the teaching, sorry, the teacher. We are missing the trainer, the person who is actually providing the data for these systems to learn and to apprehend the tacit knowledge that we produce during our daily tasks as workers. So in this simple diagram, what I'm trying to present is how different types of behavioral residue, classification, judgment, demonstration data, preference signals get embedded into our daily activities as we interact with digital systems, and how this moves from an indirect training where workers are probably not aware that they are producing all this data to a more direct training that perhaps they are getting aware. In some instances, they are getting paid for that, such as the gig worker in the first instance, but in others, they are just getting paid for the task they were assigned to, but not necessarily for training the model. So this is it. This is my research about, and I hope to talk more about it with people in the working groups. Thank you.